This video is for you if you're on self-improvement, but you feel this constant state of flight or fight so that you don't feel safe. Because when you're on self-improvement, you feel so different. You feel that you can't relate to like the general population. You want to achieve great things, and you feel like if you talked about those things, people would frown upon you and look down on you because that's what they do. They don't like people who want to be successful. So you just feel lonely and that you can't relate. You just basically don't feel human, that you can't speak about your problems, the things that's going on in your life, because you just think that people would just neglect you and just leave you. And it's tough to be on self-improvement. So basically, when you're on self-improvement, you might actually just become traumatized because you don't have any ability to like process your problems that you're going through, because you can't relate to anyone, so you don't feel safe to speak about them. So you just become stuck in your head, and these small problems that you have, like I struggle with sleep or whatever, they turn into such big problems because you can't speak about the things that's bothering you, and you just stay stuck on that thing and you think it's gonna last forever, and that's just keeping you in this state of flight or fight because you can't process it and you can't go on with your life and start taking action. So I have developed, or I tried yesterday, one thing that I believe is gonna be so great for like therapy for men on self-improvement who feel like they can't relate to anyone. That's gonna help you get unstuck and process your problems and start taking action so that you stop being in a state of flight or fight and actually start living your life, start taking action, if like feeling the present moment and not being stuck in some problem in your mind that's not good for you. You need to release all of this tension, all of these problems, all of these emotions that you have, that you keep inside, and that's draining your energy and destroying your health. We need to release that so that you can let go and be yourself and not worry so much about what you have to say and what you have to do to fit in and to be safe, because you can just be yourself, which is hard because you're on self-improvement and you're different from everyone else. But that's what you have to do. For everyone else, this is easy because they can just have fun, go to parties, do whatever, and just feel like they can be themselves. But you're different. You're smarter. You have a prefrontal cortex, and you know how to make decisions that get you results. So you can't relate to that, and you need other ways to like express yourself and feel safe that you can just be yourself. So the way we on self-improvement do that is by speaking the truth and by taking action. And if you don't do that, if you don't speak the truth, if you don't take action, you're basically just gonna get symptoms of PTSD. You're just gonna be traumatized like World War II soldiers, because you can't process the things that's going on. So you have to be able to process this. So the way I did this yesterday by accident was that I woke up early because I wanted to fix my sleep because I had been sleeping late, and I thought that I need to get back on recording videos. So I started to script, but I was just so tired, I just didn't want to. So I thought, like, I'm just gonna record a video. I started speaking and I didn't care about how I spoke. I spoke terribly and I didn't like want to like upload it. I started speaking, and the more I spoke, the more my brain got unstuck, and I started to just get new ideas of how to solve the problem I was dealing with, that made me kept me in the state of flight or fight that I was feeling. So the thing was that I just feel like I had all of these different parts of me that I wanted to do different things. I wanted to I wanted to be on a good diet, but I also wanted to enjoy spending time with my family, being social at the table. So I just had this conflict. I couldn't decide what to do, and I also like wanted to exercise, but I feel like my nervous system just isn't recovered, so I can't do that. And I just feel like I was pulling myself apart in all of these different directions. So I started speaking about that on camera. I didn't upload it or anything. I started speaking and I got this idea that because I've been reading this book called The Body Keeps the Score, and he talks about how you have these different parts of yourself that want different things. And it made me realize that the way I'm gonna have to like control these things is by developing my prefrontal cortex, so I can develop self-leadership and lead myself into the direction I want to go. Because back then when I wasn't in this state of flight or fight all of the time, because I wasn't always like this. That was when I meditated, and when I felt good was when I was just in the present moment. So I realized that I needed to get back on that. So I just spoke, and I realized what the problem was. I wasn't in the present moment, so I couldn't lead myself into what I truly wanted. I was just being pulled in that direction, but that made me feel terrible, because then I was ruining this part of me, and I just couldn't decide where to go. So then I just realized I need to take back some self-leadership and decide where I actually want to go as a person. And it worked. I got my brain unstuck because I could process the things that I had been feeling and holding inside, because I wasn't feeling great. I talked about how I was in this constant state of flight or fight, and how problematic it was, and I wondered what I should do. And I just got the new imagination to create a solution for myself, and it worked. So what I recommend you do is that you try to do the same. You get a camera. I'm just in my room, anyone can do this, and I don't even have a tripod or anything. I just place it on my computer, and I use some kind of thing to hold it up, and I just speak. You don't have to upload it or anything. Start speaking about your struggles. That's basically what I've done for all my videos before this. If you look at my channel, you can see all of my videos. I just talk about what I'm currently struggling with. And for the last few weeks I haven't been doing that because I've been doing other things. And it has just made my brain stuck, because I can't process like what I'm thinking about, I'm currently my problems and stuff like that. So you need in some way speak up the truth. If you don't want to record a video of yourself, but I think that's gonna be very good, because you're also developing your speaking skills, and you really need to get that into a coherent like video, and you can watch the video yourself, or you can just write it on paper or whatever. But you need to process your problems in some ways. You start speaking about your problems, and the fastest way for me to do that is just to talk about them. So you need to do that as well, and you will naturally come up with a solution. And then if you want to, you can make that into a video that you upload on YouTube and help others. And it's just gonna be great therapy for yourself, homemade. You don't need to go to therapy or to do some techniques, because this book had a lot of good techniques, but I realized that that's not really gonna help me. That's not what I need. The thing that's making people traumatized anyways is that they feel stuck, they can't take action, and they feel shameful that they can't like speak and express themselves. So they just get stuck and feel that they're in a constant state of flight or fight. So the thing that I really need to do is just to get unstuck and start speaking about my problems, opening up on camera. And that's what I'm doing right now as well. So you can try it out, it's gonna work, it's gonna get you unstuck. And it doesn't require any equipment. Everyone has a phone, everyone has all of these things. You just need to speak about your problems, and naturally you will get a solution. And then all you need to really do about when you've done that is to take action on it. And it's not going to be hard actions, because you yourself are speaking about it. And I came, for example, of the conclusion of that I need to meditate more, and that's what I'm gonna do, and I feel great. I did it this morning, and I'm really practicing on being in the present moment. And if you do the same, you're gonna realize what you really want to focus on and what you want to do. And in the end, like, if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to take action, don't force yourself to be in a path that you want to be on. That's just gonna ruin you, drain your energy. Do the thing that you want, take what you want from this video. I had a great time recording this, and I know it's probably not gonna get a lot of views, because I'm not gonna like be hyper editing this or making it perfect. I just want to get this out, and a few people, maybe 5 people, watch this to the end, And since you're one of them, like, I'm just so grateful that you watched this, and I want you to decide for your own what you do with this information. I want you to take self-leadership of your life and decide what you want to do, and stop letting other people control you. So thanks for listening to this video, and now it's up to you if you want to like use this to try to record a video or whatever you want to do. I really appreciate your time here, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully.